back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be talking about divine guidance. I'm gonna be talking about some other underlying topics that follow into divine guidance, such as surrender and allowing ourselves to receive. So whoever follows me on Facebook knows that I've written a text a couple days ago on this same topic, but I felt inspired to make a whole video on it because I feel it's so important, and I feel that we don't really approach this topic as we should. So you're welcome to grab a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, and make yourself comfortable and enjoy the video. So I want to start this video by mentioning a really important topic that if we understand and integrate into our daily lives is gonna be a completely paradigm shift for us. And that is that many of us agree to the fact that we have a soul and that we are energy, but we do not identify with those things and see them as a separate thing from us. We interpret our soul or consciousness as this separate form of energy that we have, but we do not necessarily are dependable on it. Meaning, I understand myself as being this body, as being Andrea, as being this personality, and so on, and anything beyond than that is something separate, when in fact is the other way around. And it is so important once you truly see yourself as your true form and you integrate that into your life, your entire relationship to life, to the universe, and to any other forms of consciousness is gonna manifest in a different way. So, because we are consciousness, there's no difference between the consciousness of a man and the consciousness of a tree, as we are the exact same thing. The only thing that differs is our level of awareness of ourselves, as we as humans have a broader spectrum of awareness, which can be both liberating and limiting at the same time, because we are limited by the terms that we associate to consciousness. And most of the time, that creates a very strong barrier between us and the universe, between us and the thing we are trying to manifest, or the guidance we are seeking from the universe. And so once we have this first step, this first concept very clear, that we are a consciousness, we are eternal energy, that we embody this physical body, just as water takes the shape of its container, but it is not limited by it. You can pour water into a cup, but it is still the same water. The only thing that differs is the container. And I'm giving this example because I think it's very easy to grasp and understand, because it relates so much with our physical body. And so how does this concept of understanding that we are consciousness helps us with receiving the guidance from the universe? Well, this is actually a game changer concept, because the consciousness and the guidance that we seek outside, it is no different than our true essence. Meaning, when we seek a sign from the universe, we perceive it as a separate thing that comes to us, not through us. Why am I saying all this? Because if you understand the way consciousness flows through you, you're gonna be able to better understand the whole guidance process. And so most of the times when we seek guidance from the universe, we create expectations of how we think or we wish those answers to come to us. And this takes me to the second and third step, which go a little bit hand in hand, and that is surrender and allowing ourselves to receive. Because as I said, when we seek guidance from the universe, first of all, we see it as a separate thing coming to us from our outside world, and we create a certain box which we give labels referring to how we expect that answer to come to us. And it's just as if we were blindfolded to the answer, and the answer being right in front of us. Because most of the time when we ask for something and we expect to receive that thing in a certain manner, we start to focus more and more of our attention to that specific thing that we want to receive. And so the answer from the universe might be a totally different thing from what you're expecting, because you're experiencing this process through your ego self, which is limited in its nature. Because, for example, if let's say you are asking for financial abundance and you expect to receive that exact thing from the universe, what might happen is that you get disappointed because you actually ended up losing your job. But what we don't realize is that most of the time for us to receive what we want from the universe, the way this energy works is that it's gonna prepare you for that thing that you want to create, and that might need a little bit of shift in your energy. So you might end up losing your job, but you'll find out a new and better way in creating money, or you end up discovering a new passion of yours that can more easily create that abundance, or that you find a better job because you lost your old one. And so it's a constant fluctuation in energy, and we have to learn to surrender to the process. So we must train ourselves into surrender and into letting things come as they are, without interpreting them, without trying to put any labels on them, and without trying to fit it in a specific box that is limited by your own understanding of it. So I was saying earlier that the way this guidance process works is that it's a continuous flow of consciousness that comes in and out of a specific physical body. So when you're asking for something, for example, the way you might receive your answer is telepathically. You might ask for something and then think for a possible answer. Or you might feel guided towards doing a certain thing, or towards whatever that is. It's just a feeling that you have inside of yourself, and a thought that has come to you telepathically. And you might say, well, I know this did not come from me, because that is the universe's guidance. And that's why we have to understand and shift the perspective from which we see things, and start to embrace our multidimensional essence. Because the truth is that we are never alone, and we are constantly being helped and constantly being guided, always. But these things happen in such a way that operate from a higher vibrational frequency. So most of the time, the guidance are not gonna happen in the way that we understand from a 3D point of view. So we need to embrace the unknown and embrace the guidance that might seem at first very abstract and very hard to grasp and understand. So these were the 3 steps towards opening ourselves up to divine guidance, because the main issue is not that we do not receive the guidance that we seek, but that we are not aware of it, or that we close ourselves off from it. So if you like this video, you can help me by hitting like and subscribe to the channel. You can also share this video with friends and family, maybe it's gonna help them as well. See you on the next time. Light and love.